Hey everybody, it's Todd Crane here with 85 Strat, and I was asked about encyclopedias and report writer. So I'm going to go over how to basically set up an encyclopedia and how to kind of use your report writer. I don't do a lot with report writer, but I do a lot with the encyclopedia. I think the encyclopedia is really cool once you figure out how it works. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go up to statistics, and you're going to go to encyclopedia. So then what you're going to do is you're going to want to click the create a database. You're going to click the two leagues you want. So I already have it kind of started here for 85, so I'm just going to delete that really quick. We'll delete it. So you're going to go down and you're going to find the two leagues that you want, or whatever league you want to do. So if you wanted to combine 77 with the 85, you can do that. You just have to click all of them, and then I'll kind of just do this here where I'm going to do 85. We're going to create the database, and you just name it whatever you want. I name mine 85 ML for Major League. I click OK, and it's going to do all this fun stuff here. It's just reading all the players' names. And it takes a second, and then what you're going to do is you're going to want to go to the encyclopedia. You're going to go to 1985. You're going to click that, and then you're going to create an encyclopedia. So you're going to hit that. You're going to go up there and you're going to hit the database again for that one. And then you're just going to click the encyclopedia that you want. And you're going to click OK. And it says names. Yes, you want to overwrite it. And then what you're going to do is it'll pop up this screen here. And you're just going to want to click like batters. And then what you're going to do is you're going to hit create. So now you're just going to do a regular batter register here, just for intensive purpose. If you click the drop down, it'll give you a bunch more options that you can do and views of what they'll look like. If you click them, it'll actually show you what it'll actually look like. So if you want BBE, the batter register, it's just going to be that one. There is one down here that is another good one. It kind of looks like this. I'm not a big fan of how that one looks. But then you have single season leaders, lifetime leaders. You have the Strat-o-Matic Batters Encyclopedia, which looks like that. I'm just going to use the register because I think it kind of looks neat. Looks kind of old school, like when you get the old the Macmillan encyclopedias. So you're just going to hit OK. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to display it if you want to view your encyclopedia. So it's going to pull it up like this. You just click it, and there is your encyclopedia, and that's what it's going to look like. And you just scroll through it. It'll have everybody's there, what their lifetime numbers are, all that fun stuff. So then you just close this out, and then you'll go to pictures, and you'll do the exact same thing. You're going to hit create. For this one, you always want to make sure you hit the drop down because the first one that pops up is the lifetime leaders register. So I'm just going to go with the regular pitching register. Looks like that. Again, like the old Macmillan encyclopedias. You hit OK, and then you hit display. And then it'll run through that, and then you'll just click that, and then you are good to go. And there's your pitcher encyclopedia. Runs everybody down, and you just close it. And then once you're done, you can even do it for teams. If you want to do team encyclopedias, you just hit create, and you can go to, it'll give you a little bit more. It'll give you more team stuff. You can do team leaders. You can do team totals, season summary. Season summary is pretty neat. Kind of do this for you. And then for the team, where'd it go? Team leaders, team summary, and do that. Or you just do team totals. It'll kind of look like that. And you can do, there's another one that will also show you kind of like in the old Macmillans. I just don't remember what it's called. I think it might be this one. Nope. I haven't used it in a while. But you can find it on here. You just got to play around with it a little bit. Do whatever you want with that one. I normally don't run it. It's just not that big of a deal to me. So you do that, and you run it the same way you do the pitchers and the batters. And then once you're done here, you're just going to hit close. And then you are going to go back and you're going to go to your, yes, you're going to want to exit. You're going to go back up to statistics, and then you're going to assign the Encyclopedia to a database to a notebook. And that way, when you're playing your game and you click on players in the computer version, it will actually pull up their encyclopedia as part of their notebook. All you're going to do is you're going to find that 1985 or whatever you name it, click it, hit open, and you're done. And then if you want to check it, you can just click on any player. Now, though, it's going to look weird when you pull it up here because I don't have another season attached to it. Usually when you do the encyclopedia, you have 2 seasons attached to it, because what it'll do is it'll calculate both seasons that you're currently running. So for 1985, if I'm running 86, it's going to display the seasons above it and then the current season as it goes along here. And I can show you what that looks like on a different one. But all you're going to do is you're going to click like another player. There'll be a new tab created. It'll be career. You click that and you can see with Morris, it'll show 2 seasons, even though he's only done 1. But if you have 2 seasons that you're done with, which I'd highly recommend running this to, when you go to a different season, like with 1951, I've done 49 and 50, and I've created a single database for them, and I'm running an encyclopedia. So if you just click on anybody here, I'll just click George Kell, and then if you hit career, and then you can see it's got the totals, the 3-season totals. Even though I'm not done with 51 yet, it runs a continuous number. So, and then if you slide over this way, it'll give you the rest of the information that's on there. So that's basically how you do the encyclopedias. If you have any questions about the video or anything about the encyclopedia, just leave some comments in the board, and I'll answer them as best I can. But that's really, the encyclopedia is kind of simple once you figure it out. It took me a long time to figure out how to do the encyclopedia. So it is useful. I really do like it. And that is how you do the encyclopedia. Now we're going to run some stuff on a report writer. Now this is one that I don't do a lot with, but I will run how to do it. So basically you can do anything in here. So you just hit the report writer, and for whatever season, here's 1951, and you can go over to here, and if you go to this little drop down, it'll do pretty much anything you want. So there's a lot there, which is really nice. So like you can break some things down. So for this, let's just do, this is basically a report that comes off. I think it's kind of a neat one. People hitting with the bases loaded. It'll tell you their at-bats, and you can sort them. You can click it. It'll give you the who's been up the most with the bases loaded, their hits, their doubles, their home runs. Like Gus Arneal here for the Philadelphia A's has been up 22 times with the bases loaded. He's gotten 11 hits, 1 triple, 3 homers. He's belted 3 grand slams this season. So if you want to know how many grand slams a guy's hit in this particular season, you can look that up, sort it, and it'll tell you who's been the best there. And then he's got 31 RBIs with the bases loaded. He's drawn 4 walks. So it just gives you a tremendous amount of data here that's really, really useful, kind of fun stuff. But you can even sort it like who's leading it. So, you have Gus Arneal, and then second of all things is Jim Busby of the Chicago White Sox. He's got 18 RBIs with the bases loaded, and it's hitting .615. So kind of want those guys up when you're doing some stuff. So that's kind of how you do report writer. You can do some fun stuff with it. You can change properties on it over here. Change some things up however you want to do it. You can name it. Eventually you can print it. So it's pretty neat. I can show you some other stuff in here that I found really, really cool. As I was playing around with this a little bit, you can just do regular batting stuff, and it'll break everybody down from 19 for the season. And you can kind of sort it like who's leading the major leagues. And I keep in the older seasons, in order to keep kind of with the schedule, I kind of keep both leagues separate. I just think for me, it just works better. It's personal preference. There's no right or wrong on how you run your leagues and how you set them up. But this is kind of how I do mine. This is just everybody in the American League and how they're doing as far as home runs. So, and again, your league leaders will tell you this. So, I mean, it's really not entirely useful. I just thought it was kind of neat that you can sort them like this and see everybody all the way down to the final batter. I thought that was really neat. So certainly you don't have to. And I think So, and then you can also do it in these deals here. These are the leagues that I've had currently running. So you can do that, but if you want to do just some basic pitching stuff, you can do that as well. It'll even give you, one I really, really like is hitting streaks. So longest of the season is George Kell of 1950 in the American League, and then Eddie Jost, Jim Busby, Johnny Lippin, on and down. And then it'll also give you their current one. I just thought it was kind of neat to see who's currently, having a good hitting streak, who's, right now Vern Stevens is on a 17-game tear, Ted Williams is on a 15. It's just really neat stuff that you can do with the report writer. And again, you can print all this stuff off, and that's pretty much how you handle these things. I'm kind of a pitcher's guy, so let's go look at some pitching stuff. So you can do starting pitchers, just stuff on starting pitchers. And this is everybody in the American League that's doing starting pitching, that's qualified as far as how that goes. It's not, some pitchers who may have starts for you aren't going to show up on this, unfortunately. It's going to be just those guys that are labeled as starters. So, like for the Tigers, I don't think Virgil Trucks is on here, even though he's got quite a few starts for me, but he's also got a few saves. I think he pops up on the reliever one. So some guys aren't going to show up. So starting pitching may not be the best way to run your pitching report. I think you can do, here's one where it's just pitching, and that should be everybody. So yeah, here's just, because you got your relievers here, because there's Luis Aloma for the Chicago White Sox right at the top. And then you can sort by innings pitched, earned run average from the top, and then obviously all the other really fun stats that are out there, shutouts, saves. So that's pretty much how you do this. You can sort it by team, which I don't know why you would even do that, just because your stats, your regular statistics tab in the game will show you that. So that's basically how you do the report writer. Not a lot to it. It's not overly difficult. It literally will tell you everything, and then you can just play with it however you want. You can print them, save them, do whatever you want with them. They're really neat. I like them. If you guys have any questions, I hope this helps you out. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments, and we will answer them as fast as we can. And again, I really appreciate you guys watching. And if you have any other questions or any other videos you'd want to see, just let me know in the comments, and we'll certainly try to get them up and on. We're going to end this one and do a 69 Sam McDowell game and post that game on the YouTube and on the podcast. So again, thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you in the next video. Thanks.